is this girl worth my life? Oh, I did the worst fucking thing of my life, nigga. I copped this. Yo, too. Look, I know y'all probably like, nigga, don't speak to me. You wildin'. You didn't post part 2 of the story time the next day. I know, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I spent a lot of last week. It was taper week for my 10K. I had a 10K on Sunday. And then I just been recovering from that bit. I hit a full body workout yesterday. Anyway, there's no excuse. I should have dropped that bit. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm not gonna spend too much time in this intro. If y'all haven't seen part 1 to the story time, it is the last video on my channel. Go check it out. I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. So where I left off, I fell asleep on Shawty. Oh, she made a pillow for me on her on her lap with her backpack. So I'm like, all right, like, say less, right? And at this point, you know, people on the bus, my teammates, they start, you know, they watching, like, they watching what's happening. Let me put some chapstick on. Y'all know I can't be. After this moment, it's kind of really a blur all the way up to, but this everything from here to the first main part, juicy part of the story time, I don't really remember. But just know, like, I was just, what were the names again? Abby, and I forget. Let me check. Okay, my bad, y'all. I just had to check my phone, check the last video, and I had to watch like 10 minutes of that shit just to find me saying the girl name. So anyway, boom. So like I said, this part's really a blur because I don't remember too much, but I do know that I was with Abby. I was with Abby, but I still low-key had a crush on Asia. That's just the truth, right? That's just the truth. It's fucked up, chat, I know. And believe me when I say I've grown from these situations. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. In high school, I was doing my thug thizzle overly in high school. Let's just get back into the story time. I just know I grew from these situations. I'm 22 now. This is a story time from when I was fucking 15, nigga. You feel me? We live and we learn. I hope I've been forgiven. If not, God forgive me. But look, so during this time, it's kind of a blur. I don't remember too much, but I do remember that we had a Halloween, kind of like a Halloween party / a Halloween hangout where we all dressed up and went trick-or-treating, and like we was at I forgot whose crib we was at, but it was a group of us. It was a group of friends, some girls from the basketball team, but both Abby, I went with Abby, but Asia was there too. So, you know, I'm with Abby, but you know, Asia look good too, but I'm with Abby. Like, I'm not showing no interest to Asia. Like, yeah, I was doing some crazy shit, but I was that crazy. I wasn't showing no interest to Asia right then and there. We genuinely was just having a good time. We went trick-or-treating. It was cool. After this, I also don't really remember too much of what happened, but let's fast forward to December, right? Now, December rolls around and it's Christmas, and Abby comes to my house on Christmas. It's Christmas night. Obviously, in the morning, I spent the day with my family, you know, all that good shit. But on Christmas night, Abby was over at my house, and she probably, I don't know if she planned on staying over or what, but she was at my crib and it was getting late. But Asia was texting me. She was telling me that she was out with her mom. They were gonna go walk the Riverwalk. Actually, I think what happened was Asia texted me and she told me that she's going to the Riverwalk. If you live in Tempe, you know what that is. It's basically kind of like a place where people just chill. It's downtown. It's by some water. It's like a big like walkway trail. It has like buildings next to it. It's super dope. It has like lights at night. But she was like, she wants to go to the Riverwalk, and then she invited me. She asked me if I wanted to come, and then I was like, "Who you with?" She was like, "Oh, I'm with my mom, but like you could come, because I don't want to be bored," type shit. And she said it's cool if I bring someone. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh. So I'm thinking in my head, right? I'm like, hold on. I'm rewinding. Like, I'm thinking in my head, right? I'm like, okay, wait, hold up. Her mom said that she could bring someone. And at this point, we have been like texting, but it wasn't on no flirtatious shit. It wasn't on nothing like crazy. We haven't even got there yet. It was super like cool friend vibes, really just building a bond type shit. I'm like, she could invite anyone, but she didn't invite her nigga. She invited me. So what? Like, I took that as a green light. Like, the door was open, so I walked through that motherfucker. Now, here's the thing. Abby was at my crib, right? And somehow, some way, I had to tell Abby that she had to leave my house because I was gonna go to the Riverwalk with Asia on Christmas. And she was sad, but like she left. I don't think we argued about it, but I don't really remember too much. Now, we're hanging out that night. It's cool. They come and pick me up. Mind you, I didn't have a car yet still, but they come and pick me up. You know, we chilling. And then at the end of the night, we went to IHOP. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I don't know if I went back to Asia crib and like stayed over. Because at this point, we went to IHOP. It was like 2 in the morning, maybe. I don't remember. I don't know if I just stayed over at a crib, or I don't know if they took me back home. I think I went back home, though. Because low-key, my dad was low-key strict. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I went back home. But, fast forward. So, after Christmas, right, we had a basketball tournament in Orlando in which we had to, like, stay at a hotel and shit and go out of town. And it was like we left the day after the last day of the semester. So it was like the last day of the winter semester, and then you know how you go on winter break for like 2 weeks. So it was the last day, and then we left the next day, before like the holidays really started. Chat. It's the last day of the semester. And we're all chilling in our coach's class, right? She has a classroom in the school. We're all chilling in her class watching movies. We got permission from our teachers. She made us get permission from our teachers to just go chill in there, watch movies. Because it's the last day, like, we're not doing no work for real. Or I'm in the room with my teammates. We all cooped up watching a movie. And, like, I was sitting next to Asia. And she, like, did the bed thing again. Like, she wanted me to lay on her lap. Like, I don't know if that was her method or I don't know if that was my method. But she always made the pillow for me, like the little bed. Like, we watching a movie, the lights is off. I think it's a blanket over us. And at this point, it was kind of OD. Because then my teammates, like, they was, like, starting to, like, ask if we was fucking with each other. But not like, openly. But, like, I think really asking her. Because you got to remember, I'm new. Like, I'm new to the team and shit like that. They was really asking her. And I got Nico on my left. Like, well, not literally on my left. But, like, when we texting and talking, like, I'm telling Nico everything that's going on. And she like, ah. But, chat, this is where it gets bad. So, Abby, I also go to school with Abby, don't forget. And since it's the last day, Abby's not in class neither. She just walk around the hallways and shit, but she keeps asking me to come see her, like, to come give her a hug and shit, basically. And I was not going for that shit. And I don't remember if I broke up with her literally on this day. Like, I think I went out there and I told her, like, I can't do this. Because at that moment, y'all, like, I was laying on Asia, and, like, she was, like, I just found her so attractive, like, I had to leave. And this is what, like, that's what I'm saying. At least, you feel me? I had to leave her, bro. Like, I had to leave her. And I just remember her, like, FaceTiming me that night. And, like, her this makes me sound like such a shitty person, but I'm telling the truth. This is some real shit. Her eyeliner and mascara was running down her face. I never forget that shit. I felt so bad, bro. I really did. But I did find Asia attractive. And I found Asia attractive the second before school even started. That doesn't excuse anything. If that was the case, I should have never got with Abby. But I did, and I really, really, really found her attractive. So I had to leave Abby, twin, like I did. Now, since I left Abby, right, now I'm starting to have more deeper conversations with Asia, okay? In Asia, we hanging out a lot more often. I would say, chat, I was always at her house. She always wanted me to come over. Her mom was cool as fuck, always let me come over. Like, we was just always hanging out. If not, we was just we was always hanging out together at school. I was always sitting at the lunch table with her, all this other shit. Now, I remember one day, chat, I was at the lunch table with her and our friends. It was not just us two, but it was a group of us. I was sitting at the lunch table with the group, and she gets a phone call. And, like, I see her put the shit up to her ear, and then put the phone down, tap a number on the screen, put it back to her ear. I'm like, okay, maybe, like, she's called, maybe it's like a doctor's appointment or something. Like, I'm not watching her OD, but, like, you could tell when someone's on the phone, like, when someone pick up the phone. So I'm not, like, watching her, but, like, I'm watching her. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all, she used to be looking really good at the table, so I just was always, like, looking at her. Anyway, so she goes on the phone call, whatever. She's talking to her nigga. Right, she's talking to her nigga. Like, I heard her say, like, you know, I love you, bye. Like, they having a normal, regular ass conversation, but I'm just listening, like, dying. I'm like, that shit just hurt my soul. Cause baby, I want you. Baby, I want you. Like, so I'm watching this shit. I'm like, damn, twin, like, this shit crazy. So then I think one of our friends at the table had, like, asked her, like, oh, was that Julio? We gonna call him Julio. I'm like, they're like, damn, like, was that Julio? And she's like, yeah. And I don't know what came next, chat, but this is when I found out that her boyfriend, mind you, the nigga that she's been with this whole time, was in jail. So now I'm rethinking everything. Like, obviously, y'all probably was looking at the title on part 1 and like, Rob, what are you doing fucking with a girl who da-da-da-da? But y'all, in this very moment, I was like, is this girl worth my life? What's this nigga in jail for? Cause I ain't gonna lie.
I'm so lit, I'm a problem. She made it at me cause she know she can't solve it. Driving it big like a Girardi. I'm so deep with the game, dissolve.
I'm with her one day. Oh, by the way, she used to take me home from school. After we got, like, super, super close, she started taking me home from school. So I was riding in her car every day. Right? We used to be chilling and shit. Sorry, I just zoned out. I started thinking about how we even got here. Like, I was flirting and she was entertaining me. Basically, is how that goes. And I'm not gonna lie, chat, she used to give me hella compliments. Like, I wasn't the one who went green until, imagine a traffic light, right? If the light's red, I'm red. I'm stopping. If the light's red, I'm stopping. If the light's yellow, which in the beginning, you know, with the bed and the pillow and shit, with the backpack, if the light's yellow, I'm a go with caution. I'm a yield in that motherfucker, right? If the light green, nigga, I'm going. So I wasn't going until that light was green. So she used to give me compliments. She used to tell me she liked my fits. Cause in high school, I was flea. For the times that we was in, like 2018, 2019, 2020, like I was flea as fuck in high school. I ain't gonna lie, I was flea. She used to compliment my outfits. She used to want to match me, color coordinate. If y'all know how that best friend shit. Oh, and that was our title, best friends. Like, we was best friends. I think I also kind of lit my confidence up with her was that I found out that her ex was a girl. So I was like, oh yeah, she been in these fields before. Cause if you know, in high school, especially in high school, when girls don't know if they like girls, they'll basically run a test. Like, they'll fuck with a girl just to see. And if it's not really they swag, then they just discard that motherfucker like it's nothing. Or play them with a nigga. It's the worst. It's the worst shit. I don't wish that shit on nobody. But, you know, me knowing that, I'm like, oh, so she been in these fields before. So we got close as fuck. I'm with her one day. I think we was going to Publix or something. I was in her car. She was taking me home. I had asked her. I said, "What's Buddy up in jail for?" She tells me, I don't know if I should say. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say the accurate place. I just don't want. You feel me? I don't. Like I said, I don't want nobody trying to put two and two together and try to fuck some shit up or try to. You feel me? But I asked her. I said, "What's Buddy in jail for?" Pew pew. Somebody in a tow. I'm like, what? In the toe? So now in my head, I'm like, what? Like, in a toe? Like, okay. Like, it's not better than what I expected, but it's still worse than what I expected. But, you feel me? Like, I thought it was for some little shit. And I'm like, okay, how long how long he locked up for? She say, I'm also not gonna be accurate, but I'm gonna be close. She say 1.5 years. I'm like, oh shit, okay, for sure. So I'm thinking, I'm like, well, how long he been in for? Like 7 months. I'm like, oh, okay. So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, she's on a phone call relationship with this nigga right now. Mind you, I know this is a terrible way to look at it, y'all. Please don't come for me. I was 15 years old. I'm 22 now. I'm like, okay, she's on a phone call relationship with Buddy. She hasn't seen him, so she ain't been cracked. Because as y'all know, when it comes to men and women, me personally, I don't like cracking girls. As of today, I do not crack girls that also crack men. Like, if you have before, okay, that's cool. I don't expect everybody to be a gold star. But if you're actively dating and you're actively cracking men, I will not crack you. I don't do that. I also do not take bisexual women serious. I'm not saying I wouldn't crack a bisexual female, but you cannot actively be. You have to either just came out of celibacy, or you have to, bitch, your ex gotta be a girl. I don't know what, but you can't be cracking no niggas around me, right? Especially because you be no, right? So, but at this time, I still kind of felt the same way, because I told y'all about the test experiments and all that type of stuff, because my heart used to get involved. So the test experiments, I wasn't trying to fuck with that. And I'm like, that's nasty. You feel me? Like, I'm not trying to get nothing from you hoes. You feel me? Not saying girls can't either, but like, I don't know. It's different when it's just, nah, I don't want that. All right. So thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, he been up for, 7 months already. So she ain't been cracking nothing. You feel me? She ain't been cracking shit. So I'm like, okay, for sure. Like, I'm like, all right, bet. So I didn't say that, but I'm like, oh, okay, right? And at this point, you feel me? Like, we was getting close. We was, like I told y'all, we was hanging out. We was always with each other. Everybody not everybody, but like our teammates, like they had a feeling we was fucking with each other. Like, it was just some crazy shit. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all about the Orlando trip. On the Orlando trip, we had to like share beds with people. We definitely shared a bed, and we was cuddling and stuff. Yeah. But also, people was making that shit look normal. Like, some of our teammates was cuddling, so we kind of used that as an excuse to kind of like, you feel me, y'all doing it, so we can too, type shit. But anyway, so boom, fast forward, it's like January, February. At this point, like, I'm fucking with her, but like on the low. Like, nobody knows. When she's taking me home, like, I think I had like kissed her one time. I was overly complimenting her Snapchats. We was always I was always walking her to class. You feel me? And we was super close. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like the bond was super strong. We had a lot of fun. We would always like go eat, or we would go do something, chill in the crib. You know, just do shit. Like, it was fun. And then like we were super close and shit like that. Eventually, oh, y'all probably like, you kissed her twin, like she has a nigga. Okay. At this point, I want to say like January, February, I think they was having issues, and she told me she was gonna break up with that nigga. And like, I was like, my ass, I was excited. And this is the first time I learned, Chad, don't ever do no shit. Do not ever cuff a girl if you took her from somebody else. Twin. Don't ever do that shit. I feel like I don't even gotta explain why I don't do that shit. But like I said, I was young. I ain't know, y'all. So at this point, they fighting. You feel me? She's thinking about leaving him. Like, she's not really with the distance no more. And they also, like, I guess just their communication and all that other stuff, right? And then she probably was feeling the nigga, like, you feel me? And on her end, like, she was already going, I guess you could say, like, she was already going. When she kissed me, like, we was kissing, we was hanging out, we was having sleepovers. I was hanging out with her friends. We was having like group hangouts. I was always with her late nights. Nothing sexual though. But we was, you feel me? Okay, chat. So I'm editing this video, and I'm recognizing that what the fuck I just said is so cap, and it's not necessarily. I wasn't capping. I think I just forgot what happened, but it just came back to me while I'm editing it, and I just wanted to tell y'all what actually happened. She was at my house, and Julio kept calling her phone, and he was calling back to back to back, and she wasn't answering, but he kept calling. And I told her, I was like, you can answer. Like, I let her, like, I basically let her know, like, it's cool, like, you can answer. When she answered, it was like a video call. I saw this nigga face. I was like, yo, what the fuck? That nigga really in that gym. But yeah, I just want to tell y'all that. I don't know. That has nothing to do with the story time, but I just want to tell y'all that detail. But eventually, she breaks up with that nigga. She breaks up with him because, and she low-key, I think she felt valid in what she was doing because supposedly he was cheating on her while he was locked up. He was on jail calls with other girls, having his mom do stuff for him, like linking them with other girls. You feel me? Like other shit like that. I'm not gonna go too much in detail, but that's pretty much what it was. And Asia had all the passwords to his shit, and then she also was getting phone calls, I believe, from these girls. So she left that nigga. And you know me, I'm like, whoo, like, we in it, motherfucker. Like, we green, twin, we green. So I did the worst fucking thing of my life, nigga. I cuffed this. I did. I cuffed her, and this is pretty much the end of the story time, because I'm gonna tell y'all this. I cuffed her. The relationship is going. We lasted a little over a year. Or actually, we lasted 11 months. Either a little less than a year or a little over a year. So either 11 months or like 14 months. One of those. It was one day, right? She told me she needed to talk to me. But she had told me she needed to talk to me. She had just got off work. She needed to talk to me. She told me to meet me at this park by her crib. Right? Mind y'all, the relationship was cool. We had our ups and downs. But overall, the relationship was cool as fuck. I don't want to dive too much deeper into it, because I feel like I can make separate story times out of those. But I'm going to give y'all what y'all came here for. She told me she needed to talk to me, to meet her at this park by her crib. Right? I meet her at the park. I pull up. She meets me there. right? And she basically tells me that she's breaking up with me. Okay. I'm crying. Like I'm crying. Like I'm like like I'm sad. I'm like, no, like you can't be doing this. Like, no, like we could make it work. Like what I do, like no, don't do this. Like I'm giving her, I'm literally begging her to do any other option other than leave. Like I'm like, no, like you can't be doing this. Like please don't do this. Like it's not like bro, I was down bad. So she's like, nah, she can't do this. Like, you feel me? It's basically not gonna work. Like we had already kind of broken up. But like we were trying to see if we were gonna get back together, and I wanted us to get back together, and she basically told me to meet her and said like, nah, we're not getting back together actually. So I'm like, what? Like I didn't expect it like at all, because she never gave me like that she would like leave type shit. Fast forward, one of her coworkers DM me. She's like, yo, did you date Asia, or are you dating Asia? And I was like, yeah, what's up? Chat. This whole time, or I say for at least two weeks to a month before she told me to meet me at that park, she's been fucking with her manager at work. She worked a shoe store, right? Like a Foot Locker, Champs. I'm not gonna tell y'all, but like a Foot Locker, Champs, JD, Journeys, like a store like that. She's fucking with her manager. Now here's the worst part. She was 18 at the time. Her manager was like 48 with 2 kids. And this is why you don't cuff someone after you take them from someone. That's story time. That's it. And I low-key got what I deserved. In the end, she got what she deserved. But that's not my business. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy that shit.